Good morning. It is finally Monday morning. I'm entering my third week of radiation, so I'm almost towards the end of it. Hey. Um, so far, this weekend I was able to rest a bit. I did some chores, of course. I'm not gonna say, oh, I've been the whole weekend in bed, because no. But I was able at least to get a little bit of rest. And I was feeling a little more pain yesterday physically. And you can hear my voice is already raspy, and then I don't know why. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, so yesterday I was physically in pain. But got through it. And so today I'm doing okay, just a little sleepy, but other than that, a little okay. So I have to be at the hospital a little earlier than usual. So like normally they schedule me for 7:45, so they want me to be in a little 15 minutes earlier. I guess because there's the patient that was before me, she completed her treatment last Friday. So now it's my turn. So I have to be in at 7:30. So I have to leave here at least maybe 7:10 just to, make it there. And plus it's raining, yucky weather. It's gonna downpour later. Aish. Anyway, so far so good. I will give you guys a check back and let you guys know how today's radiation went and how I'm feeling. Alrighty, so I'll see you in a little while. So I just got back and I forgot my earpiece. Yay! Yeah, I just literally walk in through the door. See, the humidity is already taking effect on my hair. Anyway, so I was there on time. They called me in right away, but the process for me took a little longer because when they positioned me, they did all the initial check-in, verification, all that good stuff. But once I got positioned on the table, they had, because the thing is that they have to align the marks on my side with the radiation that's going to go through me. And also, the position of how my breast is supposed to be. So they positioned me the first time. They put me in the machine. They started doing the radiation, but then they stopped. And then I was sitting, like laying there for a quick, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And then they came in and they pulled me out, and then they said, you know what, it's not perfectly aligned. We have to reposition you because it's you're showing up as like you're missing like the degree of the position for the radiation to hit, and plus the position of the breast is not correct. So we need to, finagle you around. And I was like, fine. So they moving me up, moving my breast on one side. And, so they try to position me correctly. So then once that was done, then they proceeded me right back into the machine. And it took about like 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes for them to do everything. And then I'm like laying there, and then like, they like to put music on, and for some reason they had the music from the last patient that she was listening to. And I'm like, this really sucks today. Because the music, like, it was just like crazy, because they took me from marching bands to choir singing, Rocky theme music, and then the last thing, Star Wars. And I'm like, okay, I'm just being taken to every realm, every realm of music. Anyway, so when it was finally done, I was able to get up and get myself ready to come home. But right now I'm feeling fatigue. The fatigue is starting to kick in a bit. So that's pretty much it. That's an interesting morning for me. Anyway, so this is my check-in for Monday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Tuesday's check-in. Alrighty, so see you mañana. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. And yeah, another day of radiation treatment. I am definitely not looking forward to going outside. So today is like not the day to be venturing out into the street. Right now, people in other countries, we are experiencing here in New York City a nor'easter. So that's basically a very severe storm that comes through like at this time of year. And so far, everybody's kind of like nervous because a lot of you who have, go on TikTok and had seen storms that we went through in September. So they're expecting severe downpours, and the storm has hit late last night, like around 9 o'clock at night, and it's still ongoing, and it's going to continue on until tomorrow morning. So the amount of rain is going to be ridiculous. And so I'm not looking forward to walking outside because even though the hospital is like a few blocks away, it will feel like miles away. That's how bad the winds get through here. So yeah, gonna bundle up and hope for the best and that I can make it there. So yeah, fun times for me. Anyway, so far I had a pretty good night's sleep. This morning I woke up with a slight pain, like inflammation going through my body, so I'm trying to muster it up and hold it in. Maybe later when I get home I'll have something to eat and take a Tylenol. Hopefully my body will calm down. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check back in a little while and let you guys know how everything went. Alrighty, so see you in a little while. I just made it. I just made it to the hospital, so I'm already dressed, ready to go. I'm just like, whoa, it's really bad out there. Anyway, so I gotta go in. They already called me, so I'll give you guys a check back later after I get home. Alrighty, so I'll see you in a little while. I finally got back home. The storm is really bad. Ay. It's coming down like crazy. It's nuts. But so far I'm back home. Radiation for me, it went today really smooth, check-in, usual check-in. I'm such a chatterbox. When I start meeting people and I become familiar with the faces, I start talking like they're my best friends or something. This is how crazy I am. I tend to do that. I tend to be like so chatty with people. But it's good because you know what? Sometimes you have to decompress the stress of, going through radiation. So it's okay to have a very positive and uplifting feeling and, try to bring in good vibes, So check-in went fine. Called me in right away, had me change my clothes, and then they called me into the radiation area. Of course, the daily usual verification who I am, because on the computer there's like this picture and then this other computer that shows my breast before surgery, so it shows how it looked with the probe. They inserted the needle localization, so it still shows that image. So like, ooh, I can't believe I went through that. And then straight into the radiation area. So they positioned me It wasn't bad this time around. Not like yesterday. Yesterday was a little more tedious. They put me in. They did 15 minutes. They did 15 minutes of radiation today. Now, the only thing I didn't mention to you guys, because, you know, again, when I'm doing the first clip, is so early in the morning. Now, I have been feeling as of lately, and now it's gotten a little more intense. And I'm just telling you, everyone who's going to go through radiation, if it happens to be on the breast area, you're going to feel soreness. Like, I'm feeling soreness in the breast area. It will start from the nipple area into the breast. And then, of course, the pain, there's going to be like a lingering pain underneath the pits on the side. So after today's radiation, I started feeling the intensity of the soreness on my breast. And so luckily, I had my appointment with the radiation doctor, and you know, the nurse asked me how I was doing. You know, they do the initial vitals, you know, blood pressure, weight, you know, the initial, hey, you know, what's going on? You're feeling this, you're feeling that. So he's noting it down so he could put it in the systems for the doctor to read. And then the nurse practitioner came in asking me how I'm feeling and all that stuff. So I asked the nurse practitioner, I said to her, because the main question I have after radiation, because, you know, I had to stop certain supplements because, you know, I can't have antioxidants in my body. So I asked the nurse practitioner, I said, well, I don't know if you could answer this question. When is a good time for me to start taking the C complex? Because I was taking it before radiation. And when is a good time to start, you know, taking the Q10, because I do take Q10 for the heart. And any antioxidants that, you know, because I also was taking turmeric. Like, I take turmeric on a daily basis, or I put it in my food. I had to completely stop taking turmeric, period, because of that, because of the antioxidant. So the nurse practitioner told me that I could start right after I finish radiation. So like, my last day is next Monday. So Tuesday I could start taking everything back to normal, like nothing ever happened. You know, she says, once I'm done with treatment, I could resume. There's no time frame to resume those things. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because, you know, I was kind of curious, you know, I haven't taken C complex. And since a lot of you know, I suffer with UCTD, you know, I don't want to get sick. And then plus with the whole COVID thing, I'm still kind of like on edge, and I don't want to get sick, you know. So I'm very like, okay, I can make it through this week. Let me make it through next week, and then I'm done, you know. So far, you know, I could resume right after treatment, right after like the next day. So the only thing I wanted to show you guys, and I don't know, you know, this video is, the lighting is very poor, and I'm gotta apologize with that because, you know, after all, I live in an apartment and I can't, you know, spend on good lighting yet. You know, I'm not getting paid with YouTube, so that's not happening anytime soon. So I'm gonna show you a little bit now. I have a birthmark on the left side. So please, people, don't look at that thinking that's part of radiation problem. I'm like, no. I have a birthmark. I was born with it, and I will die with it. So it has nothing to do with radiation. So don't freak out. I'm gonna just focus on the right hand side of my breast. Now, I'm not gonna show you the whole breast. I'm just gonna show you a portion, because like I mentioned to the doctor that I'm experiencing a lot of soreness. Now, with the extra radiation that I got today, and maybe tomorrow when the lighting's better, because after all, I am going through a storm. I'm going to swing the camera so you could see. See, it's bad out there. It's not a good day to do any type of filming. So, yeah. So, please excuse me on the poor lighting, but this is my birthmark, so that's not radiation. This side, you're going to see a slight redness. And it goes all the way. And sorry for that. I'm getting messages already. You see the slight redness. And it goes into the breast area. I'm not showing the nipple, so that's not happening. This is a family show. Okay, so that is part of the radiation. So that's, so far, radiation's taking effect. It's starting to look like a sunburn. So be aware that by the 3rd week, you're going to start seeing the sunburn effect. And make sure you keep your skin saturated with Aquaphor. I asked the doctor I need another container because after all, after I'm done with radiation, you know, one container is not going to last me for a while. So I asked for a second container. I have it, so I could continue working on that. And she asked me about the itchiness. I said, well, there was still itchiness on the side where I have my markings, which, see, I still have those markings going on there. So I said to her, well, I've been putting on the Aquaphor, you know, in that area, and the itchiness has stopped. So thank God. So I just keep saturating my body with Aquaphor, and so far so good. I mean, like I said, the only worst part is the intensity of the soreness in the breast area. And I will be having a date with Tylenol in a little bit, you know, after I eat. But yep, that is pretty much it for today, for Tuesday, storm day. Anyway, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow on Wednesday. Alrighty, so I'll see you mañana. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I honestly, the morning has been, you know, getting the best of me. I forgot to do my intro this morning. But I'm gonna do it now all together with the treatment because I literally just got back from getting treatment this morning. And it's still morning, so it doesn't matter, right? So I'm just gonna let you guys know how I'm feeling, how I woke up this morning, how I felt last night. So far, you know, I was still feeling kind of sore last night. Again, you know, like I told you yesterday, you know, I'm going through the physical changes due to the radiation. And so I'm still, you know, trying to get through that process. And I was able to take a Motrin last night before going to bed. And I was able to get a good night's sleep. And it's because I have a lovely little machine that I'm going to do a separate video about that. It has nothing to do with the cancer. So it's just a separate video I'm doing. So I woke up this morning. I was still kind of half sleepy, like a little bit out of it. But I was able to get myself together. I was able, you know, I was feeling like the inflammation starting to kick in again. You know, I'm feeling that inflammation feeling through my body, like if I'm about to get my period. So yeah, trying to get through that moment, and so I was able to get dressed and get myself together and able to get to my appointment on time. I was called in. Got my radiation treatment, you know, everything went smooth. The check-in process, setting me up on the table, which it wasn't crazy like Monday. So everything went smooth today. I wind up having like maybe 15 minutes worth of radiation. And And I'm still having the redness of my chest area. If it gets much more redder, then I'll show you how it looks, semi how it looks, not the full frontal. So I was able to get the 15 minutes in, got off the table. I was feeling the pain. What it feels like now, what I'm feeling is like if you're getting an actual sunburn, like the skin is starting to feel like inflamed. So it feels like you're getting an actual sunburn. I mean, it's not severely painful. I'm not going to say, oh my God, it's unbearable. No, it's just you feel the slight pain coming through, on the skin area. So that's what I'm feeling right now. And yeah, so I was able to leave, get dressed, head home now. So I'm going to have something to eat and have my date with Tylenol again this morning. But so far so good. Everything went smooth. Everything went well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Wednesday's check-in. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And if anything changes, I'll definitely let you guys know. Alrighty, so I'll see you mañanas. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning. Yes, Thursday. So I'm already dressed up, war paint on. In a few, I'll be heading to the hospital for another radiation. So I got 3 more days. 3 more days and then I'm done. So yeah. It's coming down to the wire, guys. It's coming down to the wire. I am feeling okay. I mean, last night I went to sleep early. I been using a CPAP machine, which a lot of you might not know. I was prescribed because I have insomnia issues. So the CPAP is helping me stay asleep and, getting the night sleep. But for some reason, I woke up with a headache. Maybe it's all the air that I'm not used to being added into my body. So I woke up with a headache. I just finished taking a Tylenol, so letting it work. But other than that, have a slight inflammation going on in my body. I feel it, but not intense like yesterday. When it comes to the area where my breast is not as red as the last few days. But that's gonna change because I'm getting another dose of radiation. So I'm just being a little goofy today, so please don't mind me. But I added a lot of Aquaphor last night, so I'm still kind of saturated with Aquaphor. So in a few I'll be heading out, getting another 15 minutes in. So I will give you guys a check back and let you know how that went. Alrighty, so I see you in a little while. Okay, I'm finally back home. So far it went good. I mean, because each day that I go to radiation is a different team. So like the first 2 days, it's usually the 2 male technicians, and then the other days it either the female technicians or male and female technicians. So their schedule varies each day. So I wind up having the technicians that I had Monday and Tuesday, and every time we get together, it's always it's always a chatterbox moment. I mean, I got there on time. Check-in went smooth. I got called in right away, made my change, and then one of the male technicians came and got me. And of course, I have to do the spiel, the verification, who I am, and the picture. Yes, that's me, all that stuff. So I go in, and then you had the other male technician, finishing and setting up the table for me. And what is that for? because the big mouth in me starts talking, and so I start talking about how the music, because they put music accordingly to each patient, who they want to listen or what they want to listen to. So the patient before me, she was Spanish, but I guess she had no preference of any music, so she was okay with what's playing. But I was just like, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm like, really? You guys are going to kill me with this? Again, I'm a goofball. And so the one technician that is always has like, we always have this jabbering thing going back and forth. He's like, oh, but what you want to listen to? I'm like, listen, play whatever you want. You want to go into freestyle, do the freestyle. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to listen to this. So he goes, no, we could play whatever you want to play. So the other male technician comes in. He's like, you know what? I'm going to put Journey. And he goes, what is Journey? I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, you're kidding me, right? So he's telling me his life story, talking about how, because he was born in Egypt, and he grew up, and well, he was in Egypt till the age of 5. So he was explaining to me how their situation over there was, and how the culture of music from the States wasn't like free flowing over there. They only heard like certain groups, and from the 80s and stuff like that. So when the other male technician, he was just like, are you freaking kidding me? You're kidding me, right? And we were all like ganging up on him. I'm telling you, every time I go to the clinic, I always have to I always start something, but I'm always having a good time because I have to. Come on. This is my little moment of having fun. So so they played the music. It was like, oh yeah, I remember them. Yeah. It's always a fun moment when it comes to me. I must be their favorite patient of the day because I don't hold anything back with these guys. But so the setup, they had me on the table. They set me up, positioned me. They had a little bit of an issue with the position, so they positioned me correctly. And then they did 15 minutes. And the 15 minutes was done. And then the one technician that I was busting his chops on was asking me if I was okay, because I seem out of it. But it's just that when I go on that table, I usually start thinking about other things. So I guess I had a face. And I was just, no, I'm fine. And then forget it. Next thing you know, he starts chatting away. I'm like, Jesus. It's never a dull moment in my life. But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, come on. They see patients every single minute that throughout their day. And, if you don't have a little bit of fun, chatting away, at least to alleviate the dullness of the day, of the routine, it makes it really hard for them. And I appreciate each one of them who take their time throughout the day and provide the radiation for me so I can get better each day. So, I gotta live with gratitude, and I'm very grateful for their kindness and their help. Anyway, so everything went well. Physically, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm not gonna lie, a little tired. But I'm also hungry. So I'm just gonna end this video now for the Thursday's check-in. And I'll give you guys a breakdown for tomorrow. Alrighty, so I see you mañana. Good morning. Hi, everybody. I am doing Friday's check-in. I had a pretty good night's sleep. I mean, not straight through, but pretty good. Got a little bit of headache. The headache has nothing to do with radiation. It's just that I'm still learning how to use the CPAP machine, and it's kind of like a hard adjustment that I'm going through with it. So yeah, I need to talk to the doctor. It's not so much the machine, it's just the nasal contraption that goes into my nose. It's kind of difficult to deal with it because it's so like bulky, and it's leaving my nose very sore, and then I guess the pressure of the air going in, it's kind of like hard. So maybe I might have to tweak it a little bit, you know, just maybe adjust the airflow a little bit, because it's leaving me with a headache, but it has nothing to do with the radiation. um Other than that, physically, I am still feeling a slight inflammation going on in my body today. Not intense as of yet. You know, I haven't gotten ready the treatment this morning yet, but that still can change. But other than that, I'm feeling very grateful that week 3 is gonna be down in the books. So, you know, you hear the helicopter outside. Unfortunately, when it comes to this time of the morning, it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. We have the helicopter for the news networks flying around when there's an incident happening on either the bridge or on the highway. So I hear it, it's very loud. Anyway, so yeah, so far so good, body wise. So yeah, now I'm about to head out and get my treatment in, and then I got 2 more days. 2 more days of this. Anyway, so I give you guys a check back later and let you guys know how everything went. Alrighty, so I'll see you. Yes, I'm finally back. So far, yeah. I'm feeling a little like sore in my body. Everything went well. Check-in process came in smooth. They got me right away. Verification, blah blah blah. Now usually there's the 2 guys that I deal with almost every morning, and they were there. But then they added in a new team, like I guess, you know, trainees, you know, learning how to use the system, and also they were learning how to position my body. It took a good 10 minutes of trying to position my body, make sure the breast is not in a certain position, make sure my back is aligned accordingly to the measurements of the radiation. So it was like I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people for one body. What the hell? And I'm just laying there like I'm sweating. I'm sweating. And they're playing like, oh no, we gotta move her a little here. No, up a little. No, can you wiggle down? I'm like, oh, I'm sweating and I can't breathe. Gosh. All I know is that by the time they got done 10 minutes of me positioning me, then finally, you know, they kicked up the radiation. They did 15 minutes of radiation. And once that was done, I was just like, yes. And, you know, they're very sweet. They're all very sweet, very nice. And, yeah, it was just funny. So I will go back for my final treatment on Monday. So week number 3 is in the books. Yes. Yes. And so I'll get my final treatment on Monday, and Tuesday I will see the doctor. I will not get treatment for radiation, but I will see the doctor for last treatment. Like, she has to make sure I'm looking well. So yeah. So I will give you guys a check-in on Monday. So everyone, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on my next vlogs next week. Good evening, everybody. I wasn't even planning to make this video, but I said, what the hell, I throw it in the video of the week with the whole radiation. It is Friday night, and I'm officially in my bed trying to get through a lot of the pains that I'm going through physically from the radiation. I already took off my makeup, I took a shower, and I'm trying to shut down. Unfortunately, I've been experiencing since I got home this morning. Because I mentioned to you guys this morning that I was feeling a slight inflammation going through my body, and then like after radiation I was okay, and then maybe around midday I started feeling like really sudden fatigue. Like the fatigue started kicking in. I couldn't even make dinner tonight. I just said, you know what, I'll order takeout and we'll just settle with takeout, because there was no way I was gonna be able to go in the kitchen and start making food. I spent the whole day in bed, and on top of that, then the inflammation in my body started kicking in, so I started feeling a lot of pain through my body. I'm also experiencing pain in my breast, and my breast is looking very red because of course, with the radiation, it's bound to show the sunburn look. But I'm just like, I feel lousy, and I didn't know, like the last few days since Wednesday, Thursday, I started experiencing sore throat pain. Now, I'm not sick. You know, I don't have a cold. So it's not COVID. So I looked up online, and anybody who's going through radiation for breast cancer, since the radiation is affecting the nodes in the area of the body, it will affect the throat, of causing sore throat. And I totally forgot about that. So I am experiencing sore throat as of now. It's annoying. It's very annoying, but I'm trying to write it out. And I'm just so out of it. I just feel really lousy. So right now I'm trying to relax. And I'm going to do is try to take a Motrin in a little bit. Might pass out early tonight because I got a movie date with my son. I'll spend a little quality time with him. You know, he's a good kid, you know, so I need to make sure that he, you know, he spends time with his mama. So I'm going to try to rest up as I can, so then I could go and spend quality time with him tomorrow and enjoy the day. But yeah, so this is what I'm going through right now. I just wanted to add this little insert just to share how I'm feeling, and in case you guys go through this, you know what to expect. I mean, I know it's not going to last forever. I'm going to go through these physical changes in the next couple of weeks after radiation is done, because after all this stuff is gonna start coming out, all the physical parts of it. So just letting you guys know. Alrighty, so I will give you guys a check-in. If anything changes during the weekend, I will keep you updated. If not, I'll catch you Monday morning. Alrighty, so see you then.